Good morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I am Rosanna. Happy that you're here joining me. It is WIP weekend number 149. It is Friday, March 7th, 2025. I hope you're all doing well. I just want to say thank you for watching and subscribing and liking. I really do appreciate it. I love putting these videos out every week. I love sharing my items that I'm working on and the items that are completed. So, and I share my life. It's on my sleeve and you hear it all. I had another busy week. It's going to be busy for a while. I've got my little book in here and my calendar of what I've done. And this week started off Monday going to the bank. We're trying to find out all of my stepdad's assets. We need it for the lawyer to do probate. And it's so hard. The lawyer tells you one thing, the bank tells you another thing. So we're working on it. So we went to the bank and then went back to my dad's condo and we're still cleaning. There's so much things, so many things to do there. And we're trying to share. Whoever wants something can take it. No issues whatsoever. We had left all my mom's items in the condo when she passed away a year and a half ago because we didn't want to leave my dad with, a half a house. That wasn't fair. So now we're going through it, and Wendy's taking some things of her dad's, and we're going to donate to a wonderful group here in Canada that immigrants that are here that have nothing, that have escaped poverty, government, refugees, basically, like true refugees. This place that we donate to, we're going to donate the furniture and kitchen supplies and towels and all that. They give it directly to the refugees, so they will have something to start with. So I'm so happy with that. Canada is not a melting pot. We always say our nationality first before Canadians. Like we say, I'm an Italian Canadian. We're in America, you're an American Italian. So we recognize everybody's religion, we recognize everybody's ethnicity, and we all try and get along. Doesn't always work that way, but that's the way Canada's government functions. So I'm happy to donate the things that are left over at my mom and my stepdad's place to this great foundation. So we're doing that, and on the way home, I was going to go grocery shopping, and then I thought, you know what? My dad had a brand new car, and we didn't realize that he took a loan out on the car. We thought that he paid it in cash, but he didn't. So I went to the dealership, and I was really worried that they weren't going to give me any information because we could. Oh, here's my kitty cat, just jumped in my lap. We were worried that they wouldn't give us any information, but the salesman that sold the car to my parents was amazing. He said, "Oh my God, you're Dina's daughter?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And then we had to explain what was going on. So he gave me all the information I needed, and we're not sure what we're going to do with the car yet. We may just bring it back to the dealership, and the loan is, I think, the same value as the car right now. So, we can just kind of write that off and we're done with that, but we're not sure yet. We did that. And what else did I do? I made a video, a yarn haul video, and donations that the seniors home gave to me. So that went up earlier this week. And went to the dentist yesterday, and I had to go get an application for a new passport. We were going to Jamaica. It got canceled. But Jamaica doesn't let you into their country if your passport is less than 6 months. And in February, it was just over 6 months. But now it's under 6 months, so I have to get a new passport. And now in Canada, we can get passports for 10 years. So that's fabulous. I don't have to worry about it again. Not sure when Colin and I are going. They're still working out the date. Said he has to travel for work. And we're going to squeeze a week in there between now and the end of April and hopefully be able to go on vacation. So if you see a Saturday video or you miss the Saturday video, fingers crossed, I'm in Jamaica. Excuse me. I'm just going to have a sip here. Colin's not working a full day at work yet. He's exhausted, like about 2, 3 o'clock. So he's been coming home a little bit early, but he is doing much better. He's eating. And we actually had pizza last night. He said he felt like pizza. So we had pizza last night and he ate a whole medium pizza to himself. I couldn't believe it. So he's doing much better. So thank you, everyone, for inquiring how he's doing. He's doing much better. He's still weak and his voice still doesn't sound himself. Like I still have the cough, but his voice, I don't know. It really took a lot out of him. And this weekend, it was my son's birthday, March 5th. So tonight we are taking some of the family, my daughter and Jonathan and my daughter's family. We're going to go take them to a Greek restaurant. It's one of my son's favorite restaurants. So we're going to go there and celebrate his birthday there. And the rest of the weekend, I'm so hoping that we don't have to do any running around. So I keep saying I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to crochet and knit, but it never happens. So let me start off now with my WIPs. Nope, we're going to start with finished items today. So first finished item is a face cloth or a washcloth or a dishcloth. I am just going to move this right in so you can see it. I am just practicing my stitches with this cotton yarn. So I like this size because I can get my hand right up against it and it's not too big and I can wipe my counters down and everything. So this is my preferred size. And I'm going to say it's 10 inches by 6 inches. So that's my first finished WIP, and I just keep making them. I gave a few, the ones that I had finished earlier, I gave those to Aaron, my son-in-law, because he does all the cooking and cleaning. So that's my first finished item. And my second finished item is the butterfly mal that Judy does on her channel, and I will link her channel below, and I'll put the picture of the butterfly up there. I didn't have the bright, vibrant colors for the project. I've run over the bag here. There we go. I didn't have the bright vibrance, but I tried to match up the colors fairly well. So my first one is a Mary Maxim yarn, and I love working with this yarn. This is going to be my go-to yarn, I think. Whenever it's on sale, I'm going to start buying it. And this color is called... It's just called yellow. So it's yellow. It's... I'm going to try and move it up and see if it happens. No. It's much brighter than it is. Oh, right about there. That's the color that it is right there. So that's the first yarn. And it's a worsted weight. And like I said, it is so soft. And you get 450 yards in an 8-ounce ball. So that's the first color. And the second color was a red. And I just used one of my scrap balls. I had this one in there just in case I needed more. And then I'm so glad I'm getting rid of these because I find them very thick and bulky to work with. I find them almost as it's a very thick 4. It is the loops and thread yarn, but the colors are beautiful. And this color is called, if I find it, scan here, mint. So that's a mint color. It's getting blown out on that side. So yeah, they're showing up lighter than they are, but I used the mint. And then I used, still I have Craft Smart value, and it is the old, it's just the old label of the loops and thread. And it's also a very, very thick 4 weight. And this color is called Arctic. Colors aren't turning out that great today. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. And I have that much of the Arctic left of my first ball. Excuse me. And this is the blanket. I just did a regular granny square, changing colors. And I actually sewed this together. I'm not sure what the sewing stitch is. You go underneath the two loops, and then on the other side you go underneath, and then you pull it, and it makes a nice tight stitch. If someone knows what that stitch is called, I would love to know. I think that's the color right about there. So I did pick up the greeny colors and the blue colors and the butterfly. They're not as vibrant, but that was the best I could do. I'm trying to work from my stash right now. So I think the color turned out really pretty. I went around it with a single crochet, and then I just did, I call it the fan stitch. 5 double crochets into a stitch, skip 2, I slip stitch, and then skip 2 and another 5 double crochets. I don't understand why it's going dark and light, but that's the color. So I'm really pleased. So I know I have another blanket for my wheelchair lapgans. I'm just piling up everything on my desk here. It's going to get higher and higher each time. I do have some WIPs there. So that was it for my finished items. I thought I was going to get the mittens done, but I did not. So let's move on to our WIPs. So the first pair of the mittens are done, like I said last week, and I'm on the second pair now. They don't have thumbs yet. I will be putting in the thumbs later today or tomorrow morning when I'm watching my videos. So that's all I have to do on that. And I use the yarn Copenhagen. It's a loops and thread. It's 131 yards. This side I think is better to show the picture. And this color was called Daydream. So the color changes were very long, and I had made 2 and they didn't match at all. So I cut the yarn up, and we've got a pink pair and a bluish pair. So thumbs will get done. You may not see them again because I'm going to try and get them done. Maybe I can give them to Paige tonight at dinner. That's probably what I'll do this afternoon. It shouldn't take me more than half an hour to get that done and sew on all the ends. So that's one of my WIPs that I did. And then I have my knit socks. Not too much done on this, but I am making progress. I have got both the cuffs done. I did 18 rounds of the cuff. And on this sock, I have 5 rounds of just the stockinette stitch. And on my other one, I've got 10 rounds of stockinette stitch. So I try and do 5 rounds every morning so that my hands don't get sore, because they do get sore when I'm knitting. And this is the 10 rounds there. So it's really a pretty yarn. The colors are fabulous. And I'm looking forward to do this. I think the green will start to turn into yellow soon. So yellow is going to be on the heel, which isn't practical, but they're for me. And I won't be going outside in my stocking feet or anything like that. So those are the socks I've been working on. And I showed you last week the cowl that I made for Paige, and I have started a hat with the same yarn. See, and this is turning up green today, and it's not green. It's a blue green, not a yellow green. Yeah, not turning up at all. The right colors. So I'll take a picture and pop it in of the proper color. I'll put the cowl up here. And I have done almost 2 inches of ribbing, and now I'm just working and stockinette, and I'm not sure. I think I have to do 7 inches of just plain stockinette, but I'm working on that. And I do this in the morning also while I'm watching my my news and my true crime. What else have I been working on? My knitted blanket. I feel I got a lot done since the last time you saw it. I am now working both sides on the decrease, and I got that much done, which is quite a lot of knitting. So if I hold it up here, it's going to be quite a large blanket. It's really hard to tell on the needles, but I just love the way it's turning up. And the yarn I'm using Where is it? I have a ball down here. Let me grab it. Well, maybe not. Sorry. I do have one more ball, and it is Premier Puzzle, and it's 100% acrylic. Trying to read upside down here. 328 yards, 7 ounces. It is a bulky number 5, and this colorway is Cryptic. When I turn my head sideways, you get just the gray hair, and for some reason, it blows all the color out. So that's my cryptic color. And like I said, I just love the way it's turning out in this knitted blanket. And I can't wait to complete it. I have been working on it for months and months and months. And it will be done, hopefully before the middle of summer. But then it'll be ready for the fall, so I'm okay with that. And it's in one of my favorite colors, which is blue. So let me move this stitch marker up before I forget and start knitting away. My cat's trying to jump up, and I've put all my items on the on her little chair here, so she'll be in my lap shortly, probably now. Hopefully I didn't change the colors again. So I worked on that, and I started the movie marquee. I'm just looking, here it is. I'll put the movie marquee up here. I started on a blanket. I started in my mind thinking one way, and then I have changed it. So I am using, let me get the yarn out, the Loops and Threads Soft and Silky in the colorway Moroccan Sunset. And the colors, see, this color is turning out fine here. And I had 1.5 or just over 1.5 skeins. I'm using a 5mm hook. My go-to is usually 5.5, but I find this thinner. So I've started making the squares. I'm going to see how many squares I can get. If I can get, let's see, I've got 2, 2, 4. I've got 5, 6 made. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I actually didn't bring the other yarn over here. What I was going to do is use on, I was going to stagger them because of the blues and greens, but I'm not liking the way they are side by side. So I'm not going to use this green. So I'm not going to use all the colors in the movie marquee, but I am going to use the darker, the rusts, and the browns. I'm just going to grab the other color I have. I'm almost there. These yarns keep sliding out of the bookcase. I have just a solid in the soft and silky. I remember getting these when they were on clearance for, I think, 70% off. And this one is called Poison Apple. And I thought I could put another border, a couple rounds of that on it, and then maybe border it with a black. And that way I'll have 3 squares across instead of 4 my normal. Or I might make solid squares and join them, depending on how many squares I can get out of this little bit that's left. Probably get another 2, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I've got some black and I've got 2 skeins of this color, which go really well with the that square. So I'm started that. I'm going to wing it and see what happens because I'm not sure exactly how it's going to turn out. But I didn't like the green next to the burgundies and the browns. So I'm just going with some of the colors in the movie marquee this time. And I have one more WIP, and that is my mom's memory blanket. And I am so close. It's been a year and a half that I've been doing it. I'm loving it. These are to attach more squares. So what I want to do is I'm going to hold it this way. Hopefully you can see the width. there's the width there. I want to do 2 more squares to make it just a little wider so it'll cover my butt when I'm sleeping on the bed. And then I only have, trying to find it, I'm going to hold this up here. I'll stand up. That much more to do. Let me see, where is the edge? Right there. So less than a quarter to do. Maybe 1/6, not sure. But I'm almost there. I'm so excited. Everybody, I kept saying to everyone that I didn't want to finish this because it was my mom's memory blanket, and every time I pick it up, I think of my mother. And then a couple of you in the comments, and they were so beautiful, I started crying. They said, think of this as your mom hugging you once it's complete. So it's almost there. I will be doing a border on it. I did buy some yarn. I'm going to get up, and actually I'll pause you this time, just a moment. And I'm back. So I got this yarn on Amazon. It is called Troy yarn or Tro yarn Angora Love. And it is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. There's 601 yards. They call it a fine too, but I'm going to say it's a fingering weight. That's it there. And what else? Oh, machine wash or hand wash, lay flat to dry. It's made in Turkey. And I think it's going to go okay. It might be a little more yellow than the squares, but it's just going to be around the outside border. And it's a soft yarn, and I just love all the fluff in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's going to get, at the top part you can see it. But I am going to make a border, and since I've got 2,400 yards, it's going to be quite a big border around this blanket, and I'll probably do something fancy with it. So that'll be, but I'm considering the blanket done once I get all my squares done. And I've been trying to sew in my ends on my blanket as I go. So every time I pick up something, I try and sew them in. There are a few there still, but yeah, my plan is to get this done, call it complete, but then I'll work on a border, and I'll show you the border once it's totally complete. So I just love this blanket. I love the way it's turning out. It's from all my minis, and most of this is either sock yarn or 100% superwash merino yarn. So that's what I've been working on. A lot. I wanted to get this done, but it's just not happening. It takes, the squares are tiny. It's a 3 round. Whoops. Oh, kitty cat, are you okay? She just fell off her chair. She stepped on the ball of yarn. Don't play with the yarn, hon. You okay? Oh, poor little thing. Come here. Come here, Mommy will make you feel better. She's looking at it going, what are you doing on there? I'm trying to get it so the sun is not shining in my eyes. The colors are right. Sometimes the colors are right. Sometimes the colors are wrong. But I'm trying. I'm not sure how to get my colors right. I am going to try, once the summer comes, to film outside in my backyard. So we'll see how that works, because I love spending time in my backyard. We've got a fridge out there. We've got a TV out there. My iPad works out there. My computer works out there. So hopefully I can get some videos outside this summer. So that's it for my WIPs. I am hoping to get some progress on the movie Marquee. And that's a variegated yarn, so you can see it there. So I think the solid will go fine with it. And what else? Just get some of my WIPs done and start another one. I like to have lots of WIPs on the go. The one thing I'm not feeling right now is my Under the Sea. I still have 2 squares to go, and I have it right here where I basically have to walk around it because it's sticking out a bit, but I'm just not feeling it right now. So you know what? there's no rush. Paige just completely forgot about it. So it may not get done till the fall, but one of these days I'll look at it and say, yep, it's time. So that's, oh, I've got a couple WIPs. I started a sweater 2 years ago and haven't completed yet. The main body is done, but the sleeves aren't done, and the sleeves don't take long. So we'll see. I do want to start a knitted sweater. So once I finish this knit hat, I may start on a knitted sweater, but I'm not sure. Things change day to day here. Whatever I feel like working on, that's what I work on. So I hope you enjoy your weekend. Get your WIPs done if you want. And if not, that's okay. We're not under any pressure at all. If you can't get your things done, that's okay. I figured out the square and the yarns I'm using for my book cover inspiration, and I'm so pleased how I've done a couple of them. I'm so pleased how they're turning out, and I will be back in the middle of next week to show you the mid-month of my book cover inspiration. So on that note, I'd like to say have a happy, happy weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.